everybody, welcome back. I hope you're doing really well. So today's video I'm going to be doing a bleached brow look. I posted this look on Instagram a couple of weeks ago and a few of you asked for a more in-depth tutorial, and I've never done a bleached brow look on my channel, so I thought it would be fun. And yeah, I've been gone a little while, been very busy at the moment, but we'll get into all that. So I'm going to zoom you in and get started. Also, I finally caved and did the mini fringe and I'm obsessed with it. I think it's the best thing I've ever done to my hair. And I loved having a fringe, but I hated that it covered my eyebrows up. I think I said that in quite a few videos. I really love my eyebrows and it took a lot for me to get them back to their natural state, so I don't like when they're covered up. For your nice glowy skin, I've got a few new products to use. Bleached brow, and with the eyes will stick quite close to the look I did before. I love it with the smoky wing. There's just something about no brows and a really bold eye that just stunning. Starting with the Victoria Beckham Cell Rejuvenating Priming Moisturiser. I got sent this a couple of weeks ago and I've been loving it. I did have a look online and it is expensive, but it's really good. Just gives your skin that beautiful glow. I've been wearing it on its own quite a lot when I'm not wearing makeup. Filmed this video last week before I went to Amsterdam and I didn't have my mic on. Starting with skin, I'm going to take the Patrick Tar Cream Foundation in the shade Light 3. I used this in my last video and I've actually been loving it. I've been using it pretty much every day. I'm just going to start buffing that into my skin. Really love the consistency of this. It only took me a few tries with this foundation to get it quite right and figure out what works the best underneath it and what products work best with it. I feel like I've got it down now and it just gives that beautiful, natural, everyday skin finish. Lightweight and really does feel and look like your skin. I actually go to New York tomorrow morning, which I'm literally so excited for. Like, I keep getting butterflies when I think about it. I'm really excited. I also feel a little bit anxious, but I think that's normal. I think that kind of just comes with it. Maybe not anxious, but just like, you know, you're apprehensive. You don't know like what the vibe's going to be. I don't really know who's going. Yeah, I know I'll have a really good time anyway. So looking like all morning at things that are around my hotel. Staying pretty close to New Top Jewellery, which is an amazing jewellery shop. They do so much gold jewellery. Loads of vintage bits, so I will definitely be going there. Also a few amazing vintage places around my hotel, so yeah, I've only got a little bit of free time, but I will be using it, that is for sure. So now I'm going to take a bit of that foundation and I'm just going to pat it over my eyebrows. I really need to dye my eyebrows as well, but I thought I won't do it yet because the lighter the better for this look. So I use that just so it kind of gives me like a flat base to work with. Where this foundation's got a little bit more of like an orangey undertone, it's just going to cancel out any really dark hairs. And then we'll go in with some lighter concealers. I choose to do my makeup up to here. Like, I don't think anybody ever sees this bit. I haven't seen that bit in a long time. I hope it's doing well, but I can't be sure. So one layer of that foundation on, it looks beautiful, it looks very natural, very glowy, but still looks like skin. Going on to concealer, I'm going to use the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Medium 1 Custard. Concealer actually just turned 10 years old, which is so cute. So NARS very kindly sent me some top-ups, which, as you can imagine, I needed because I use this every day. I've been watching The Last of Us. Oh my god, what a roller coaster of emotions. I don't know how I feel. Am I scared? Am I crying? The first one I was like, ooh, okay, this is cool. Loads of people have been watching it, recommended it. I was like, yeah, okay. I'm not really into zombies or zombie things. My worst fear ever is being chased. Like, honestly, I think this stems from when I was younger because my sister used to chase me up the stairs. I literally feel my heart like in my throat when she chased me up the stairs. So I think that's actually trauma that we probably need to unpack. But yeah, that's why I'm really scared of like zombies, because I don't like when they start running. Like The Last of Us, they are fast. They are very, very fast. I don't think I would even bother. So reiterates my point that I wouldn't even bother to try and survive something like that. The future just looks pretty bleak in that. I don't necessarily want to be the one rebuilding the infrastructure. I really want to have to reproduce all the next generation babies. So yeah, I'd probably just accept defeat quite early on. Yeah, I said I was going to save up The Last of Us to watch on the plane because obviously I've got an 8-hour flight tomorrow, but I haven't. I've watched them all. I'm too impatient for things like that, so I'm going to have to find something else to watch tomorrow. I'm also really excited for like a guilt-free nap because I'm sitting here for 8 hours. No one can tell me that there's better things I could be doing because there aren't. I'm stuck. A bit of the NARS Soft Matte Concealer in the same shade as the liquid one. Brush, I like to just pat this underneath my eyes. Where it's matte, it just gives that extra kind of boost of coverage and brightness. The brightness really central, so mainly focusing on the centre of my face. I'm going to go onto my brows, make them a little bit lighter, and then we'll set everything in place. So I'm going to take that NARS concealer that I just used, pop a little bit of that on the back of my hand. Taking a little spoolie, I'm going to coat that in concealer, and then just start brushing it through. It has a slightly yellow undertone again. It's just going to cancel out any really dark bits before I go in with a lighter one. Leave them this kind of colour, which is more of like a natural bleached more yellowy look, or you can go a bit whiter and a bit more platinum. Kind of like a mixture of the two. So I like when it's still a little bit yellowy and bleached looking, but I'm going to lighten it a little bit more, if that makes sense. I know loads of people hate this look, but I just love it. I think you have the same face forever, so you might as well kind of play around with it and have fun. What's the worst that's going to happen? Just wash it off. Now taking the Zoeva Authentic Skin Perfector in the shade 020, and I'm going to do the same, just put a bit of that on the back of my hand. I'm actually going to pat a little bit of this underneath my eyes as well, just for super brightness. Once your eyebrows are gone, you realise your skin can actually be so much brighter. Looking like an absolute hot mess right now, but I promise it will all come together. And I just make sure I'm really brushing through all the hairs, just so there's not any bits that feel really wet and really sticky. And then I'm just taking my finger and I'm going to pat, just to make sure there's no like really excess wet bits. And I'm just going to use my finger and pat those bits in underneath my eyes. Now they've had a bit of time to kind of marinate. Yeah boy, nice and bright and open. Now my hair's darker as well. I feel like it looks really like bold and alien-y. I just think it looks so cool. I'm going to set everything in place. I was organising my makeup drawers yesterday and I refound my Laura Mercier setting powder. I haven't used this in years, but I used to really love it, so I hope I still do. Huge as well. I feel like this will just last me forever. I've barely even touched the surface with it. I'm going to start setting my face with that. I'm also going to pat it just gently over my brows. Like once you set them, they kind of become a bit more of your face. So this is like the absolute definition of trusting the process, but it will look good in the end, I promise you. Now we're all set. I'm going to take a tiny bit of that lighter concealer again, just really gently brush through and bring the brow hairs back to life. Sometimes when you set them, it kind of looks a bit flat. They're still set and not shiny, but they're just a little bit lighter, and the hairs are all kind of sitting in the right position again. Now time to warm my skin up. I'm going to take the Vive Modern Bronzer in the shade Medium 1. It's very well loved, but I want a really nice kind of sculpted bronzy look today. There's something about this that just makes me want to be, you know, kind of runway snatched. A slightly smaller brush than I normally do and kind of focusing it more on my cheekbones. I usually go for a more all over kind of blown out bronze, but yeah, something about this look just makes you want to be all chiseled and shit. I squeeze the brush and run a little bit down the sides of my nose. Very exciting. I've got these brand new products from Vive. These are the Sunset Blush Balms. So obviously I'm a big fan of the original blushes. These are a balm version of them. Very excited to use these. So I've got a few shades here. I feel like maybe Cherub could be cute just to bring that really flushed glowy skin in. So I'm just going to squeeze a little bit of that on the back of my hand. Blush to be quite high just to give that really strong cheekbone look. Ooh yeah. I love like a balm product when it blends like this. And again, I feel like you can go harder on the blush than you think. The first thing that you kind of lose off your face once you put your eye makeup on. So a nice, really nice flush of colour. Really good coverage and definitely very, very buildable. I feel like these are going to be perfect for summer as well. Just chuck them on. Easy to blend as well. Sometimes cream blushes are a bit daunting because you don't really know how they're going to work and are they just going to move everything. Pat a little bit across my nose just to give that nice flushed, sun-kissed skin. It makes your skin look really, really natural. If you put blush on your nose, you just look really like, ooh, makeup? Me? No. Whoever's left, I'm just going to rub between my fingers and just pat over. Last step for the skin, just to add a little bit more bronze and a bit more glow. I'm going to take the Charlotte Tilbury Sunset Glow Highlight. I've been loving this as kind of a bronzer. I used to love a really shimmery bronze, especially in summer. That's always like my go-to skin look. And it just intensifies the products that you've got underneath, so it makes that blush and bronzer just pop. Makes your skin look amazing. Just adds a nice little subtle glow. There we go, skin is done. Very natural, glowy. Just going to add in a couple of little freckles and beauty marks with the KVD Tattoo Liner. This is the brown one. And I'm just going to go over some of my little freckles. I want my freckles re-tattooed. They obviously fade a bit. I think I had them done like maybe like a year and a bit ago now, so I feel like they do need redoing. There we go, skin's all done, so I'm going to zoom you in and get going on my eyes. I love my brows like this, but I could never do it because I'm too scared that they wouldn't come back. Camellia Grey, she had the most beautiful, thick, bushy eyebrows ever. She does look amazing with them bleached, but I just don't think they're ever going to be the same, and it stresses me out. And with my eyes, I'm just going to set my lids in place with the same setting powder that we used. I'm going to take the Makeup by Mario Black Kohl Liner. Everything has rubbed off this because I love it so much. So I'm going to start by just doing a simple little wing shape we are going to be blending this out, so it doesn't matter too much, but I just want to get the base of it on. Don't want to do it too big today. I mean, famous last words, but I want to keep it fairly like tight to my eye. And then just taking a little brush, I'm going to just start buffing it out. I love the formula of this liner, it just blends so nicely. Let's get this beautiful diffused liner. Take that pencil again and just tight line underneath. Same brush again, just really lightly blending that out. I want to keep the bottom quite close to the lash line, just so it's nice and sharp. So, and then I just take a little brush that has some concealer on it and just kind of sharpen it up. If you want to change the shape at all, you can do, but I'm pretty happy with that. Make sure we're all tight lined top and bottom, slightly redefining right at the lash line just so we don't lose any definition there. There we go, one eye down. It looks so dramatic with a bleached brow as well, which just reinvents the whole look, which I think is really cool. Found my makeup looks for New York as well. One big night of like a dinner and event, and I think we're going to a new club in Soho, and I'm wearing red. I know, red. It's like a deep burgundy kind of wine red. It is really cool. I just have no idea like what sort of makeup look to do with it. But like if I do something too black and smoky, I might look like kind of like Curly's wife vibes. English GCSE has just scarred everyone from wearing red because you just immediately feel like a massive whore. I was thinking I might do like a wet look hair, like a wet look fringe and like wet scrunched hair and then just really bronzy. I've got these big gold earrings. I feel like that could be cute, like really bronzy, quite fresh. I don't know, I'm going to have a look on Pinterest later. Pinterest is literally my life. I always try and think as well, like I never look at anyone else and think like, oh, that doesn't really go like that. I just look at people and think, oh, they look cool. I don't think like, oh, they've gone for that eye look, and do you know what I mean? You don't look at other people in the way you like overly analyse yourself, so no one's going to do that to you either. So eyes are all on, I'm going to curl my lashes and pop some mascara on. So I've got a brand new mascara to try. This is from Mina, they very kindly sent me some products to try. They are launching in the UK soon as well. I think they're exclusive to Superdrug, which is really cool. The 24-hour Level Up mascara. Let's pop this on. I haven't tried it yet, but by the looks of it, I feel like I'm going to like that. It feels quite like a dry consistency, which I really like. I don't like mascaras that are too wet. So I'm just going to start building that up. I love this consistency. It like separates them really nicely. It's dry enough that they don't feel heavy and it's not weighing them down. So I feel like a second layer you could like really chunk this up, but also perfect for like an everyday. I do the bottom ones as well. I want the bottom to be a little bit spikier. So if you haven't seen the Mina products before, they are really cool. It's kind of based on like a colour palette kind of vibe, so I don't know if they do everything in each colour or I don't know the exact logistics of it, but they've got the mascara, a black liner and also a black lipstick, and then there'll be like a nude part with like a lip liner, lipstick, that kind of thing. Yeah, the packaging is just gorgeous, it's so cool. Some of their products are a long time ago, so I'm really excited they're coming to the UK. That's really cool. Obsessed with that. That is so good. It's like the perfect lash for me. I try so many mascaras and honestly it takes a lot for one to like stand out to me, but I absolutely love this. Very buildable as well, where it's quite a dry formula. It's really easy to get whatever lash look you want. So now that layer's dried, I'm just going in and really chunking them up. I saw a picture of a girl, funnily enough, on Pinterest with like a bleached brow and really chunky lashes. I don't think she had any eyeliner on or anything, and it just looked amazing. It obviously makes your lashes stand out even more because they're like kind of the only dark feature on your face. Once your brows are gone, they become your dominant face hairs. Ooh. Love. Last but not least, we're going to go on to lips. These are also Mina products. So this is what I'm saying. They do like the colourway, and then it'll be like this. And there was like a face stick in this colour, and then they'll do like black, and they do like all the black products. Does that make sense? I don't know. Colour palette vibe of it. I like the like fun packaging. It just feels very like carefree makeup, which is my vibe. These lip products here, I'm not sure if this colour is going to be a little bit dark for this look, but I am going to definitely use a lip liner. The shade 503, this is the automatic lip pencil, so they're just like a little wind up lip pencil. You don't need to sharpen them or anything, which is cool. I'm just going to start lining my lips with that. Love that. That's a really nice colour. It also feels really soft. They're very like velvety finish. My lips are so dry at the moment and that hasn't kind of stuck to anything or made them feel dry. Last but not least, I'm going to use my Vive lipstick in the shade Treasure. This is my favourite nude lipsticks ever. I love the like peachy undertone. I feel like it will look really nice with this look. So cool how just one colour makes such a difference. Like that lip has kind of just like remuted everything and brought everything together. This lipstick looks good with everything and I will die on this hill. It literally works with every single look. Oh, I've got concealer in my hair. Very emo. That's the finished look for today's video. I'm obsessed with this. I want to wear this makeup literally forever. Even if you hate this, I feel like everyone should try this because it does make you feel strangely very powerful. Thank you so much for watching this and thank you for being here as always. All the products that I've used will be linked in the description box down below. Hope you have a beautiful rest of the day wherever you are and I will see you all very soon. Love you.